If you're a pilot like I am, you probably enjoy taking your family and friends flying. Most flights are uneventful, and that's a good thing. But have you ever thought about what you'd do if something ever went seriously wrong during a flight? What if the engine quit immediately after takeoff? Would you know where to land and what to do to make sure you and your passengers walked away safely? If you're not sure, or if it's been a while since you reviewed emergency procedures, then it's time to pick up the phone and call us at Holiday Aviation to schedule an AQP flight review. AQP stands for Advanced Qualification Program. Our AQP flight review syllabus incorporates airline-style training protocols, including advanced techniques and challenging scenarios that are custom-tailored to the operational needs of the general aviation pilot. We believe that flight safety begins with a pilot's commitment to excellence. When precious lives are on the line, there's no room for complacency. It's not okay to just be okay. Demand better of yourself. Fly like your life depends on it, because it does. For more information, visit our website, holidayaviation.com. Hi, everybody. It's Meredith.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Yep. And we're going to take a short flight today and demonstrate to you some of the really cool things about AQP, or our Advanced Qualification Program, that we use for training here at Holiday Aviation.
Hi.
Craig Terry, this information November time 1353 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, sky condition clear. Temperature 16, dew point 13, altimeter setting 3030. Visual approach runway 32 in use, departing VFR aircraft advised grounding direction of flight. Attention all aircraft, 5G notice in effect for Craig Airport, per further information contact flight service frequencies. Advised on initial contact, give this information November.
Yeah, so the whole idea, Alex, is to use the pedals to make it look like you are walking down the yellow line. Good job. All right, so here we are holding short of the runway in the run-up area. So Alex is going to read the checklist for us.
So nose wheel is straight.
Correct.
Brakes hold.
Yes.
The flight controls are free and correct.
Okay, so let's check that together. So checklist, we'll move that to the right, look to the right, make sure that aileron goes all the way up, and then look to the left, make sure that one goes down, and then other way, make sure that one goes up, that one goes down. Now pull the yoke all the way back. And we'll look at the elevator.
Apparently nobody just called me.
Yeah.
And check the trim and check our rudder.
Who's the archer there?
Okay, that looks good. What's the next thing?
Flight instruments are set.
Okay, so our attitude indicator is showing correct. Our heading indicator is a little wonky right now, but we're going to reset it anyway. So I'll go ahead and do that. I don't think it's totally in up, but it's mostly in up, so that's why we have the sticker there. Okay, so everything there looks good. What's next?
Fuel shutoff valve is on.
It is.
Okay, and mixture is full rich, which means it's all the way in.
So you go ahead and push it all the way in.
Number 234.
There you go. Good.
Yeah. Okay, and just to be clear, do you press the button when you push it in?
It's helpful.
Okay.
We got that on the base.
The trim is set for takeoff.
And so that's this one right here.
Okay.
You can see it's in the takeoff position, and I also checked it when we checked the elevator. So we're good.
The throttle is 1,700 RPM.
Okay. Do you want to push the throttle forward and make it 1,700 RPM?
Number 241 off second, break tower, only 238 Foxtrot.
A little bit less. Good. All right. Now we're going to check and make sure that our engine gauges look good. The suction is in the green. Fuel is up. Battery's charging. Oil temp has come up. Oil pressure is in the green. Now Mommy's going to do the magneto check.
Or 234 Zulu Golf.
Good.
How do you hear me? Now better. Not like having come inside it before. So I was switching.
Good. Then I'm going to turn on the car P.
And the throttle is at idle.
Yep, so we're going to bring the throttle all the way out.
Yeah, I don't know, like I had to switch it to COM2.
It sounds great. And we're going to turn the carburetor heat off. A little bump up in RPM.
And the throttle is 1,000 RPM.
Perfect.
So that's at the 10.
Yep. Good job.
Wait, right there.
Yeah, about there.
4-2 Alpha, staying down on a quarter base turn. Staying down when you'll come at base.
And it doesn't have to be exact.
About right there.
Yeah.
About right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you can flip the page over.
Okay.
And we're going to do our
Emergency checklist review.
right. So let's just do a little review, Alex, of what we're going to do in case we have a problem as we're rolling down the runway. Okay? We want to make sure that this engine is making good power, so at least 2460 RPM. As
or 2560.
Yep, somewhere between there as we go to full power. We're going to make sure that the oil pressure is in the green, the oil temperature is in the green. We're going to watch the point on the runway where we start rolling, and we want to make sure we're making at least 40 knots by the time we are 400 feet down the runway, and that's going to be 2 runway stripes. So that's pretty easy to count. We're going to roll down the runway. We're going to hold the yoke back, let the plane lift off when it's ready, and if we have any problem before we take off, do you remember what we're going to do?
We're going to pull the throttle to idle, and then press the brake.
Right, because we want to keep the airplane on the ground. We don't want to take off, right?
Yeah. And you retract the flaps.
Right, and we're not using any flaps for takeoff, so we won't have anything to retract.
Idle mixture is idle cutoff.
Right, so remember how you pushed this all the way forward to make it full rich? You would grab it and pull it all the way back towards you.
Okay. And then the ignition, where's the ignition?
That's the key?
Oh, okay. So that's off, and then the master switch is off.
Right.
Now, if you're on the runway, and let's say, will people take off after you take off so that there's not a jam up? But would somebody like in one of those little carts come to get you?
Probably. Yeah. But you're not really worried about that at that moment. You're worried about just making sure that you stay calm and keep the airplane on the ground and stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Excellent.
And
all
then engine failure after takeoff?
Right. So for Mommy, I need to be at least 500 feet above the ground before I would even consider coming back to the airport, okay? But in any case, if this engine loses power after we're already off the ground, we're going to take the yoke, because you know how we'd be holding the yoke back for takeoff?
Mm-hmm.
We would push it forward to make sure that we don't stall.
And descend.
Well, that's going to happen anyway because we lost the engine power, but we mainly want to make sure we keep the wing flying. And so that's why we're going to push the yoke forward so we can shove more air over that wing, right? And keep it flying. Okay. Awesome. All right, I'm going to hand the stick to you now.
Do I just
and you
move it
can,
this way?
yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. Just take some pictures while we're taking off, okay?
Okay.
Number 4 Zulu Golf. Do you have an ADSB? Yes, sir.
This is fun.
4 Zulu Golf. Recycle that for me. Number 3370 Victor, correct. Are you up and ready?
Airplane.
70 Victor, we're ready to go.
70 Victor, thank you. Pull up and hold short runway 32 at Echo, please.
Hold short 32 at Echo, 70 Victor.
How are you doing today?
Oh, wonderful. How are you?
Not bad. It's a Sunday, right?
Excellent. I got my beautiful little girl here with me today.
What's up?
So
Number 70 Victor, runway 32 at Echo, clear for takeoff. Right turn north is approved. The Cessna there is staying in the right traffic pattern, so just turn behind them, please.
Okay, clear for takeoff 32 at Echo, and we'll stay behind that Cessna 70 Victor.
542 Alpha has
I'll
the
just
traffic
hold the cam for now.
Number 42 Alpha, number 2 to fall. Then runway 32, clear, touch go. 32, clear, touch go, number 2. 42 Alpha.
All right, so I see exactly where I'm taking off. You ready, Alex?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, everything looks good. Airspeed's coming alive. We've got 40 knots. And we are airborne.
Uh-huh. Everything looks pretty good so far.
Yep, I'm pitching up for my best rate of climb.
And we have a nice view.
Monitoring everything carefully as we go.
Golf, approach midfield.
Oh, look, there's the golfers.
Number 3 golf, you number 3. See the archer directly ahead?
Golf course.
I do. November 3 golf, number 3 to follow the archer directly ahead on the base turn, runway 32, clear touch, you go. Number 3 behind that archer, and this will be a full
So
stop.
75 knots is giving us
Number
about our
3 golf,
best
Roger.
rate
Number
of
3
climb
clear
today,
land.
about
3
600
clear
feet
land,
a
3
minute.
go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're through 500 feet. There's our traffic, so we're clear of him.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna make a little right turn and head north. Go check out the beach.
Yep.
And look, when we get the airplane trimmed nicely for our climb,
November 1, 1,
it's
November,
nice and
number
smooth,
2,
and all we
follow
have
that
to do
archer,
is just
runway
babysit.
32, clear touch, you go.
Uh-huh.
That trim is a beautiful thing.
Yep. Don't need any autopilot for that.
Nope, we don't need autopilot when we've got trim. That's for sure.
Beautiful day.
It's gorgeous.
Uh-huh. I love the view
It's awesome,
in
isn't it?
airplane.
Hey, Alex, I have a great idea. Let's show our viewers, once we level off at altitude and get outside the airspace here,
Uh-huh.
let's show them the emergency procedure for engine failure after takeoff, but we'll just demonstrate it.
Okay.
Okay?
I have the controls.
Yes, you do.
Approach 191 takeoff. Turn back down to the south now.
Takeoff, thank you.
Now, do you want to try coordination? Want to try using your hands and your feet together while you're steering?
How do you do
I'll show you. So put your feet on the rudder pedals.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And now, without moving your hands at all, I want you to just push on the right pedal. So keep your hand on the yoke. Yep, and now the other one. See, that's rudder. That's called yaw.
Huh.
Now, when you turn to the left with the yoke, okay, the idea is that when you move the yoke to the left, you would push on the left pedal at the same time.
Aircraft 49, maintain 2,000.
Now stop pulling back so much. You want to keep the nose more in a level pitch attitude. Can you see the horizon?
Yeah.
A little bit hazy.
Approach runway 31, contact the tower. You have a good morning.
Sorta.
Okay, so let's try some turns. Let's check for traffic before we do that, okay? I'll look at the traffic monitor, nobody's there. Here, stay on the controls with me. We're
Okay.
gonna just check left, and we're gonna check right. Okay, I don't see anybody around, so let's start making a gentle turn to the left, okay?
1,000 for 15,000 and higher, due westbound.
I'm trying to use the rudder pedal at the
Yeah,
same time.
and once you're established in the turn, you don't have to push on the pedal a whole lot. Now roll wings level.
31 VFR, 15,500.
Good. Anytime you, think about this, anytime you move the yoke with your hands, you also want to push the pedal. But if you're not moving your hands, you don't need to move your feet either. Okay? So now I'm trying making a turn to the right. Then level the wings. So push left and then, yeah. Now you want to try something fun?
Uh-huh.
Here, I'll show you. I'll do with you and then you can do by yourself, okay?
Okay.
You see the beach?
Yeah.
Straight ahead?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to turn the yoke right and left without using my feet intentionally to show you what's called adverse yaw. This is the drag created by the ailerons, okay? So watch with me. We're going to bank right, left. Oh my goodness, look how the nose is flopping all over the place. And you feel your butt sliding around in your seat?
Yeah.
Okay, if we want to stop that and make the plane turn nice and smooth, we're going to use our feet. So rest your feet on the rudder pedals with me so you can feel.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and now we're going to go left, right, left, right, left, Right, okay. And if you push just hard enough when you turn, you'll be able to make the nose of the airplane stay nice and straight. Do you want to try?
Uh-huh.
And you don't have to do it too crazy, just a little bit. Right, left, tapping and turning at the same time. Nice.
And then you level out.
Yeah. Good job, hon. So we're coming up near the Fernandina Beach Airport. So we have a nice emergency landing site right over there if we need it. I'm checking for traffic, looking out the window, and also looking at my ADS-B every now and then. Yep, I see an airplane down there. He might be coming in to land at Fernandina Beach Airport. So I'm going to turn on their frequency now.
Golf at right midfield downwind.
So we can listen to them. But we're up high enough that we're not going to be in anybody's way who's taking off or landing at Fernandina, but it's a good idea to keep looking anyway.
The ocean is beautiful.
I know, it really is today.
About a mile and a half out from the airport. We're about 1,000 feet.
Okay, one more time.
Okay. Remember to use your feet, little bits. And it takes a little while to get it just right, but you're doing a pretty darn good job there, kiddo. And it's kind of fun too, isn't it?
Yeah. And then level out.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. Very cool. Double cool. All right, so let's show our viewers now this concept of pushing forward if your engine quits after takeoff, okay? Because this is a really important thing. So first, let's just make sure everything is good. So we're near the airport, but we're not near the traffic. We've already checked that. Our engine is really happy right now, so everything is good. And we're at about 2,000 feet. So what I want to do, Alex, we're going to do this together, okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to push the throttle forward like we would right after takeoff. And I want you to lift the nose up just a tiny bit. If you can make it look out the window to you the way it does when we take off. So you're kind of lining this portion of the instrument panel up with the horizon. And that's going to give you approximately your best rate of climb.
Like that?
Yeah, right about there. That looks pretty good. Okay. Now, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to smoothly pull the throttle to idle, and when I do, I want you to just lower the nose, okay?
Okay.
I don't want you to jam forward on the yoke, but I want you to just push it gently forward, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
I want you to keep looking all around. Don't just stare at one spot. Okay, here we go. Lower the nose.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that you didn't even have to do quite that much. All right, well, I'm going to try again.
This is...
All right, so bring the nose back up to level first, and then to that climb pitch attitude.
Okay. So I'm pretty much lined up.
Traffic,
right.
534 Alpha left base, runway 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty much lined up.
Okay, and you can even bring the nose up just a hair more, because that's going to look more like what it really is after takeoff. All right, so get ready. When you hear the engine get quiet, I want you to just lower the nose a little bit below level, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Keep it right there. Awesome. Now, let's simulate what we would really do if we had an emergency. We want to get to our best glide speed, and we're actually a little bit too fast now. So we're going to take the trim, and we're going to start trimming nose up. You can just relax your hands on the yoke. And you're going to see the nose
I
make
kind of like this feeling.
an approximately level pitch attitude. So just relax your hands on the yoke and let's see what happens. I've got the airplane trimmed. Take your hands off. See how it's just gliding on its own, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So now we're in a much better place, workload-wise, where we could run an emergency checklist, right? So why don't you read to me the engine failure in flight.
So
checklist.
airspeed is 60 knots.
And we're pretty close to it. We're about 70. I could trim a little bit more nose up, but that's pretty good. You can see our rate of descent is only about 500 feet a minute. That's going to keep us in the air the longest amount of time while we figure out what to do. Okay, what's next?
The carb heat is on.
Yep, I already turned it on.
The primer is in and locked.
Yep, it sure is.
The fuel shutoff valve is on. And the mixture is full rich.
Yep.
And the ignition is both or start.
Yep. Okay, good. So I'm going to level off here, honey. I'm just going to take the controls here for a second. So that was a good little demonstration of what to do if you actually have a problem with your airplane.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Number 59 Echo, number 3, well, number 2 now. You see the Cessna direct ahead.
Second sight.
Number 59 Echo, number 2 to follow them. Runway 32, clear touch, go.
Number 2 following them.
Alex
so
is flying us back to Craig, where we're going to do a couple touch and goes. What a beautiful morning.
Uh-huh.